Hello and welcome to Styled and Stirred. We are here in the AFR showroom here in Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Monica Jackson. I'm the CEO of Prissi Productions. Today we're going to be exploring some different insights for 2025 to include immersive events and also amazing trends. And then, of course, we're going to provide some live demos. So I want you to stay locked in and we'll see you soon. All right. I'd love to introduce you to our wonderful panel. Jasmine.
Hey, Monica, thank you so much for having me. My name is Jasmine Harris, and I am the Business Development Representative at Active Production and Design.
Hi, my name is Amanda May Gray, and I am a keynote speaker and host.
Hello, I'm Q with American Furniture Rental, better known as AFR, and I'm the account executive representing clients in Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi.
Monica, back to you.
Yes.
As our experience curator in the room, can you tell us how you are making events more immersive for audiences in 2025?
Yes, absolutely. I know a lot of clients like to really hone in on ROI, but for us in our experience, we really like to concentrate on the return of the experience. And what that means is really tapping into all of the sensory zones. So what you hear, what you taste, what you feel, what you see, and working with a lot of vendors that can bring that to life. For an example, when you walk into a hotel and you have that curated scent that you smell, that is an experience. When you get to curate your own mocktails and cocktails, that's an experience. Even when you're doing a photo booth, that's an experience plus lead generation. So an experience is really what the takeaway is that you get when you attend an event, a private event, or even if you're attending a live concert. It's all encompassing of really tapping into all of those senses. I'd like to introduce Q. She is with AFR, one of our sponsors today, our lead sponsor. So, Q, one of the questions that I wanted to ask you is about furniture and spatial design. If you can talk a little bit about what and how space and furniture design is influencing experiences and more so immersive experiences.
Absolutely. Well, our company motto is author the moment. And we do that with furniture. It plays an integral part in the design and overall experience for all attendees, whether you're hosting a wedding, a meeting, conference, convention, what have you. It runs the gamut. We got you covered. We have a national reach. As it relates to the immersive experience, furniture definitely plays a huge role in that and elevating that experience. It helps to tie in brand colors if it's a corporate event, or if you have a bride that absolutely loves purple. This sofa, for example, is a great option.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, we work hand in hand and collaborate with designers daily. Our role is to make sure that our furniture helps to amplify that experience for your guests.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Next, we have Miss Amanda. And tell us a little bit about how keynote addresses are being changed that are becoming less non-traditional.
So keynote started off as really a experience that motivated. Then it went into really technical, information driven, and I think we're getting to a point where it's more of a hybrid of those two things. So people want that entertainment factor, they want that wow factor, but they also want tangible takeaways. So what we're really working to do is make sure we're entertaining, telling amazing stories, getting people involved, having that personal touch with the specific audience, while also having really impactful, tangible takeaways that the audience will remember not just during, but after the event, a week later, a month later, even a year later, so they're implementing, getting that return on your investment in a really high quality keynote speaker.
Perfect. Thank you for that delivery. And then I'd like to move on to Jasmine. And you're with Active Productions, and you guys really specialize in experiential design. So I'd like to know how lighting is transforming live events, but more importantly, projection mapping.
Okay, so projection mapping is basically taking digital imagery and then imposing that on real world surfaces. So it kind of helps to create a really immersive environment when you are able to utilize multi projectors throughout a room, and then you're everywhere you look, you just see images, and it could be the same image or they could be various images. I think a really good example of that is La Petite Chef. I don't know if people have seen that. It's been going viral all over TikTok, and Instagram, and it's basically like this little tiny chef that comes out and he's like preparing your food, but it helps to elevate the guest experience, and it's interactive. And so we're able to do that in spaces like the Georgia Aquarium, where we're in-house. And so there's a part of their ballroom where there's nothing there, it's just air walls. So we use the projection mapping to really help guests feel like they're inside of the aquarium, even still, with like jellyfish or whales or starfish, whatever it is that you want to put up there, your logo, etc.
Thank you for sharing that. That is a great solution for providing immersive experiences for people such as myself that are planning and other vendors that are looking for solutions for immersive experiences. Hi, I'm here with Stephanie with the Rolling Pour, and you're going to be offering a nice live demo. But one of the questions I really wanted to get into is this sober curiosity with Gen Z. Tell me a little bit about that trend.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gen Z is actually really going to be reshaping a lot of the event world, especially as it comes to food and bev. So Gen Z, they're looking for experiences. They're looking for things that they can't find online. And they're also looking for healthy options to create that inclusivity for those that may not drink, and also for health reasons as well.
Yeah, I know. Like, I just experienced dry January, and then there's also religious holidays. And so it's always great to have an alternative for our different audiences. So tell me a little bit about what you have curated here today.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to creating a mocktail, really the mixology portion that you use to create a cocktail goes into it, if not more, because you really want the person that's drinking the mocktail with no alcohol to really have that same experience that everyone else is drinking when they have an actual alcoholic beverage. What I've curated today is I've got what I call the dewdrop, and it's all fresh ingredients. So this is fresh cucumber juice. We also have a honey syrup. So there's all natural occurring sugars in this drink, no fake sugars or anything like that, which is really popular, especially for the Gen Z generation. And then I also have honeydew juice. So when it comes to activations, they can be broad or they can also be simple. So I brought my juicer here so that this is actually like very grabbing, very eye-catching, and very involved when you have someone coming up to the bar and they actually see that you're juicing the fruit that's going into their drink. Okay, so I'm gonna make the dewdrop. So I'm gonna start with 2 ounces of this delicious cucumber juice.
And this is something that you pressed this morning.
Yes.
All right.
We're gonna also add in about an ounce, or a half ounce rather, of honey syrup. And then over here, I've already pressed some of this honeydew, but I want to just go ahead and do it live for you here. We're just going to make our own fresh honeydew juice right here on set. So this is something that we can do at live events, but this is just a really fun and interactive way. So we do about a half an ounce of honeydew juice. We're gonna get pineapple juice. This is 100% pineapple juice, and one of the main reasons why I'm adding pineapple juice is because it has that frothiness when you shake it. So it's almost kind of like that egg white on top of a drink that everybody loves. And we're just gonna shake. Just pour it right in. Using a lemon wheel right here on the top.
It's almost too pretty to drink.
Right? Our pretty little edible flower.
And with this brand activation, these edible additions can be any shape, size.
Yeah.
You can brand your drink as well.
We can brand the drink, yes ma'am.
All righty.
So careful, I did fill it to the top, so
Let's see.
let me know what you think.
That is amazing.
Is it good?
This is so very refreshing. Well, cheers, everyone, to Stephanie
Thank you.
with the
Cheers.
Rolling Pour. All right, so I'm here with Carmelita with Inspiring Spirits, and I'm totally inspired by your tagline to sip, create, and innovate. So tell me a little bit about your beverage mixers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carmelita Willis Light of Inspiring Spirits and Lighthouse Cocktails. Inspiring Spirits, this is my premium beverage mixers company. And in addition to those beverage mixers, we are also doing cold pressed juices.
So tell us how you can ship or how you can have this as a brand activation at an event.
In terms of shipping, it's very simple. You can either place an order online, you can put your specific mixers together, or we can curate you a custom package that, of course, comes with a little more chit-chat. I want you to give me a call. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about what you're looking to experience. And we're really going to create that. And in addition to creating those curated boxes, we're going to ship you custom garnishes as
Oh,
well.
nice. Let's get into some of these drinks. So I'd like for you to go ahead and show me what do we have here today that we can sample and talk about as our live
Absolutely.
demo.
Yes, yes. So today we are going to be mixing with Unpredictable.
Oh, nice.
Unpredictable is a wonderful medley of watermelon, peach, basil, and lemon. And we're going to make a fun little frosé margarita with it.
Is this something that we can do on site? Do you already pre-make this?
In most cases, they are going to be pre-made.
Okay.
The mixers are already done. However, if you slide over into our line of cold pressed juices,
Yes.
those are more of an activation and experience.
Okay,
What we're
perfect.
doing with our mixers, we're more so just mixing something and then topping it off with a beautiful garnish.
And I think one of the great things about your product, just like we had Stephanie with the rolling pour, is that you can actually work with other bartenders and other mixologists where they can utilize your mixers as well. So like we have on set, we have both you all here, but that's a really great collaboration.
So what we're doing now is we're just gonna, you guys didn't catch that part, but I already blended the mix.
Okay.
There's a little ice in there, so it's nice and frothy. I'm topping it with a little bit of tequila.
Okay.
Add a little bit of rosé.
Oh, okay. This is a new twist.
And for a garnish, just because we want to add a little bit of color variation, little lime.
All right. Well, cheers. Let's get into this.
Please.
Oh my God, this is so refreshing. This is really awesome. I love that we were able to use the fresh ingredients. Thank you so much. This has been really great working with Carmelita with Inspiring Spirits. You guys, I want you to get into it. The mix is great, and it's great for other bartenders and other mixologists as a great collaboration for brand activations and immersive experience. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Marie with Mylestone Paper, and so it's ironic because we actually met at a live event. So tell us a little bit about your company.
Hi, yes, thanks for having me. My name is Marie with Mylestone Paper, and I'm an artist and hand letterer, and I specialize in activations for special events.
I want to really talk about what you do because live engraving has really become a game changer, and it was an actual great brand activation. So tell me a little bit about how this works as a brand activation.
Absolutely. So what I have found is that companies, basically live events, want to really bring something special to the guests that attend their event. So instead of offering like a tchotchke or something attendees won't necessarily use, we provide them with like a really nice keepsake that's personalized to them, that makes it memorable. And then when they walk away after the event, they have something to remember that really cool event or special occasion from that time they attended.
Yeah, and this is actually a really good corporate gifting. Companies are really looking for sustainable items that they can give away. Like you said, when you're attending a trade show or any type of conference, you get a lot of just junk. You're filling up your suitcase when it's time to go. So let us know how this works as corporate gifting, how you can set it up on site, or you can even pre-ship it to them if they give you some of the personalized information ahead of time.
Absolutely. And it's a really mutual beneficial relationship across the board. So a lot of brands, let's take AFR, for example, they have these really beautiful luxury gift or luggage tags that have their branding on here. But we can really take this up a notch and provide some special personalization of the attendees. Some gold foiling I did on site, and that's what makes it very special, that people can watch me hand letter right in front of their eyes, and they're kind of amazed by that. This is another example that if they don't want a name, we can do some flowers. And again, all of this is done live on site during the event itself. Here's some other examples as well. This is glass engraved wine glasses and rocks whiskey glasses. So again, personalizing it with a monogram, something that's meaningful to them, even logos if it's a very simple thing.
Marie, you are so talented. So let's see you in action.
Great.
And this is your beautiful hand illustration. And this is your custom engraving. So I'm on set. So excited to be with DJ Flojo.
Hey, Monica.
Yeah. So one thing I really want to talk about today as emerging trends is how long are the days of just being a DJ. Now you are considered a vibe curator. So tell us what that looks like in your world.
So in my world, we kind of have to, curate live. And so for me, I work from the inside out, and having a background in professional dance, I kind of have an idea of what moves the people. And so I try to move the people from the inside out, knowing what they need, not exactly what they want, not just sticking to the top 40, but giving the people something that they can take with them.
Absolutely. So that is a great lead in, because now I see a lot of keynote speakers wanting to come into their own curated playlist. So what is that in the world of being a vibe curator?
Well, just like we had our little jam session just
Yes.
now, sometimes you have to set the tone for what's about to be said, what's being offered to the audience. And that's a very important start because that's the introduction to what is coming across. So as long as we can have the music that they are requesting, and making sure that the equipment is official, it is professional, the sound is great, the bass is good, not too much treble, we can provide a great experience, not only for the keynote, for the audience, and also for ourselves, because as a DJ, we want to be able to feel good behind the set as well.
And I think that's important, because when you guys feel the vibe, we feel the vibe. So ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our set for Styled and Stirred. So I'm going to let DJ Flojo lead us out with some dope vibes. So this concludes our Styled and Stirred mini-series, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Q from AFR Atlanta, also our fabulous producer, Blue Plate Productions, and your girl, Monica Jackson from Prissi Productions. We want you to stay tuned, stay connected, and join us here for the next mini-series. Cheers, ladies. Cheers.